Hey guys, today we're playing Super Thunderblade for the Sega Genesis on the Sonic Gems Genesis collection thing on the PlayStation 3. You probably already know what I'm talking about. So pretty much we're starting off with a screen that looks a lot like vomit. Fortunately the game will fare not much better. I know my English is atrocious. I'm going to put it on easy in 7 players, and that's being generous because this game is hard as shit. I'm sure it was hard in the arcade. This is actually a fairly nice looking arcade game, although I think that one was just called Thunderblade, so I don't think this is an exact port, but it's supposed to be like Space Harrier, but the Sega Genesis does not scale well at all. That's something the Super Nintendo does way better. The Sega Genesis wasn't made to do that. Now on the Sega CD, that's a different story. They should have waited to put this game on the Sega CD or something, or the 32X, but Sega Genesis isn't made for this sort of thing. So what basically happens is you get shots that are almost impossible to see, to avoid. It's doesn't really scale that smooth, and it's super clunky, and since it's one hit, one kill sort of deal, it makes the game impossibly hard. As you can see, I'm getting mowed down on easy. It's ridiculous. I have trouble telling like what's coming at me. Now if you play the arcade version, it looks like a completely different game. There's nothing super about this unless they were talking about the shit factor. That's pretty super. If that's what they were measuring by, then yeah, it's Super Thunderblade. Super shit ability. I don't like this game. I'm sorry if one of you people do. I think this game would have been cool if they actually made it decently or did something different with it, but as of right now, it's not a functional port. Take off. He's landing in front of a tank for. Just flash a few times. Let me know that I'm coming back to life. Oh, gosh. Now, this portion of the game, you fight Harrier jets. There's also overhead portions of the game too that I doubt you'll ever see because I won't get that far. Gosh, this game's hard. Come on now. I gotta be out of lives after this. I haven't been counting. I just had that instinctual feeling. Come on, Super Thunderblade. You can do it. I know you have World War III against you. Game over. You know what? I'm gonna try this one more time. It has a nice game over music to put your initials in. With a few positive things I can say about this game. And I don't think it would be a bad game if they could scale, but the Sega Genesis was not made for scaling, so why force a game on a system that the system cannot handle? Because in turn you just get a faulty product. I feel bad for whatever kid got this game for their birthday or Christmas. And I'm sorry again if you like this game. That just frustrates me. And the Sega Genesis is capable of a better title screen than this. It's almost illegible. The Master System or the NES or any other system of the time, maybe the Atari 2600 couldn't do a better job of the title screen. I don't know. There's nothing super about this Thunderblade because it blows up if it accidentally runs into a pigeon, it's so fragile. See, on space here, when you get those things coming out, you actually can see quite ahead of time. And the and when you fly around, it doesn't feel like you're flying through Caro syrup, or a bowl of Caro syrup, or whatever viscous substance you could think of that would slow you down at high speeds. Son of a bitch. Helicopter can't even get that high. Maybe that's my problem. It seems to fare better if I'm higher. You can't stand still in this game. I just can't imagine what the later levels in this game are like. I imagine really hard. Oh. Shit. Now I gotta fight the Tank of Doom. Come on, Tank of Doom. Let me destroy you. I feel like it's a little too futuristic for some shitty ass helicopter from the 80s. What do I know? Let me shoot you with my larger than life BBs. Come on. I have to live up to my Super Thunderblade name. Because right now, I'm really not. Oh, come on. This is a Sega Genesis collection. All the great titles. I decided to put this as one of them. I would have rather played the Genesis port of Virtual Fighter 2, to be honest with you. At least that was playable. Fuck. How could you even expect me to dodge that? It's not even cool. Wouldn't wish this on anybody. Come on. What's the storyline of this game? This was made in the 80s. I'm guessing it involves Russia somehow. As every game does. I'm gonna put my name in. I'm gonna call it quits. This is Super Thunderblade on the Sega Genesis, on the PlayStation 3. This collection's also available on the Xbox 360. It's the Sonic Genesis collection, or Sonic Gems collection, or something. It's whatever Sonic Genesis collection there is on either the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. This is Super Thunderblade. If you see it on the Sega Genesis, I would personally avoid it unless you like this type of thing that runs at a molasses speed and has things that are almost unavoidable, in my opinion. But if you like it, more power to you. Enjoy your copy of the game, but if you see it at a flea market, I would avoid it, or whatever place you would look for Sega Genesis games. I don't know where you shop. I'm talking to a wide audience here. But yeah, if you can try it out on this collection, though the collection is fairly cheap. I don't really feel bad for getting the collection because there's other decent games on it. Otherwise, I'd avoid it. Well, I think you've seen enough of this title screen, and I'm going to call it a day. There's a lot of MRMs there, meaning I've died a lot. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.